Baseball club has everyone calling them the damn Yankees again, and for good reason. They are the most balanced club in the majors, and with their combination of top-shelf pitching, exceptional hitting, heads-up base running, and defensive play, they're on track to eclipse the most victories in the history of baseball. They're cheering in the Bronx for this team, as well they should. It's coming up next on WGN. We are coming to you from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, where this afternoon, WGN Sports presents White Sox baseball. It's Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, Albert Bell, and the Chicago White Sox as they are hosted by Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, and Joe Torre's first place New York Yankees. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a jam-packed Yankee Stadium with Tom Paciorek. I'm Ken Harrell. Since we get set to bring you the second of this three-game set, as you know, last night in a tight tilt, Sox lost it by a score of 5-4. Darryl Strawberry, a couple of home runs in that ball game. And this afternoon, Wimpy, we're sending our best against one of their best.
That's right. Hideki Irabu is going after his 10th victory on the season, Hawk, and he has been very consistent all season long. His earned run average is still below 3, which is excellent in the American League. Mike Soroka coming off what I think is his best outing of the season. He went 9 innings, giving up just 1 run against a very good Cleveland Indian ball club.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. But check that second of this three-game set, and we'll be back with the rest of the starting lineups right after this.
It means that all tickets at Comiskey Park for every Monday home game are half price. So that means you get 2 for 1, 3 for 1.5, 4 for 2. $74 for the price of 37. Good afternoon and welcome back to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Second of 3 between the Sox and the New York Yankees. And here's the Sox lineup brought to you by Coca-Cola. Leading off at second base, Ray Durham. Batting second at shortstop, Mike Caruso. Frank Thomas is the DH. He'll hit third. The middle third of the lineup has Albert Bell in left field, Robin Ventura at third base, and Greg Norton at first. Bottom third features Maglio Ordonez in right field, Mike Cameron in center, and Chad Kreuter behind the plate. Defensively, the Yankees have Curtis Williams and O'Neill in the outfield. Brocious, Jeter, Bush, and Martinez are the infielders. Posada behind the plate, and 28-year-old right-hander Hideki Irabu on the mound. And we are ready. Here's the Huckaroo.
All right, Wimpy, thank you. As Ray Durham gets set to look at the first pitch, that's up high. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. Ray stands in, hitting at 287, 11 homers. He has driven in 39. Ray 1 for 5 last night as a big. That ball hit deep to right field. O'Neill goes back. He's right in front of the track. No elevation right there. More of a humpback line drive. I think Ray thought maybe that one might get out of here. Meanwhile, 1 out. Big man out there on that mound, Wimpy.
I thought it was out of here, by the way. Hideki Irabu, 9-3, 2.86 ERA, 107 innings, just 84 hits. That's good. Walks total is a bit high at 51, 75 strikeouts. Yeah, he's big.
6'4", 240 pounds at least. And here is Caruso. Mike hitting at 312, 4 homers, 34 knocked in. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Mike 2 for 5 last night. This is the 7th meeting of the year between these two ball clubs. Yankees have won 5 of the first 6. Sox have played 3 games here at the stadium and dropped all 3 of them. Brocious, couple of steps in on the grass at third as there's a breaking ball. That misses, and the count 2-1. 318 down the left field line, 399 in left center, 408 dead away center field, 385 in right center, and 314 down the right field line. As Irabu has thrown in his first 17 starts, 16 homers. That fastball fouled back. When he is right, he will get it up there with the best of them, and has one of the best split-fingered pitches in all of baseball. We mentioned a jam-packed house here at Yankee Stadium. Old Timers Day. As Mike checks that one up and fouls it off down past Wallace Johnson. Oh, the Sox split the 2 in Toronto. Lost last night. Good ball game. Just got beat by Darryl Strawberry. Darryl, a solo homer and a 2-run shot. As there is another foul tip back. There he is. Got a changeup.
Yep.
For his first homer and a fastball. Up out over the plate on a 3-2 count. Hit it over the center field fence. There's a ground ball base hit right back through the middle. So outstanding speed aboard. And let's check out our picks to click.
Frank Thomas.
Look at Phil Moore. You know he threw it up in a hurry. Skip Ellison, our director, went with Caruso. Susan Evans, for all the ladies out there, went with Durham. Wimpy and his entourage went with Ordonez. Krista Casey and I are going to go with Robin Ventura. Julio's in on that as well, you know.
Julio's on your team?
Yeah. Frank can't get the heater. Thomas hitting at 262, 17 homers, 64 driven in. Frank has faced Arabu twice. 0 for 2. Little tardy on that fastball. So very quickly, 2 pitches, 2 strikes. And let's check out our men in blue this afternoon. Behind the plate, Mike Riley, Tim McClellan at first, Eric Cooper at second, and John Hirschbeck over at third. Outfield straight up, spread out. Boy, a real energized crowd. I don't know. Meanwhile, 2 gone.
What was this?
Well, I can tell you where it was. It was outside.
Yeah. It's like a real hard splitter.
Wow. It's a tough pitch to hit, Wimpy.
Yes, it is.
Here's Albert. 304, 30 homers, and 90 knocked in. Fouls it back. Albert 0 for 2 last night and 0 for 2 lifetime against Arabu. Hideki making his 18th start. In 21 major league decisions, he is 14-7. 1-0 this year against the Sox and 1-0 lifetime. There goes Caruso. He got a real. They're going to get him. Funny jump over there at first base. Had a big lead, but funny wheels. Meanwhile, that'll do it. Nothing across after having to get play as the Sox 0 and the Yankees coming up.
No score, bottom of the first inning from Yankee Stadium, and here is Joe Torre's starting lineup for New York. Leading off and DHing Chuck Knobloch. Batting second at shortstop, Derek Jeter. Paul O'Neill plays right. He'll hit third. Cleanup man is center fielder Bernie Williams. Tino Martinez plays first and hits fifth, followed by catcher Jorge Posada. Chad Curtis is in left field in the 7th spot. Hitting 8th at third, Scott Brocious. And bringing up the rear at second base, Homer Bush. Here's the White Sox defense, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Val, Cameron, and Ordonez in the outfield. Ventura, Caruso, Durham, and Norton are the infielders. Chad Cooter behind the plate. Mike Sorotka on the mound. Mike coming off that great effort against the Cleveland Indians at Comiskey Park. He worked 9 very good innings, gave up just the 1 run.
So here's the DH this afternoon, Chuck Knobloch. Hitting at 260, 10 homers, 44 knocked in, 2 for 4 last night. First pitch misses. Knobloch, 13 at bats against Soroka, has 8 hits. Boy, there's a huge gap out there. And left center field. A big fairway right there.
That is large, isn't it?
One of the biggest gaps you'll see.
Yeah. Well, Knobloch pulls the ball a lot more than he used to since he moved up on top of the plate. Good hook. Pretty good looking pitch right there.
2-1 count. Man.
Well, that fooled a lot of people, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it sure did. Watch out.
Jeez.
That is dangerous. You don't see that very often. Guy hook a fastball over the third base dugout like that. Thank goodness you don't see it very often.
It's almost an impossible angle right there. That's Roger Repo's stuff.
Change up, pops him up right side. Mags Ordonez. He's there.
And the numbers on Mike: 9-9, 484 earned run average, 5 complete games out of 21 starts. He's given up 163 hits in 139 in the third, just 28 walks, good control all season long to go with 78 strikeouts.
So here's the young shortstop, Derek Jeter. Had an 8-game hitting streak snap last night when he went 0 for 3. Average of 320, 11 homers, 47 knocked in, 2 for 4 lifetime against Sorotka with 1 homer. Turns it over. Misses down low. Two and oh the count. And once again, when we talk about the guy turning it over, he wants some sinkage on the ball. Almost like a screwball type delivery, only throws it much, much harder. As that's a base hit into right field. So Jeter with an inside out swing. Ball is bobbled. He's on his way to second. He will get there.
Great hustle by Derek Jeter. I'll tell you what, he just takes advantage of everything. Runs hard down to first base. You see that inside out swing. The hands come before the barrel of the bat. Short and quick. And right there, when Mags doesn't handle it, he is off to second base. A lot of guys don't even think about doing stuff like that.
He's something special. As here's Paul O'Neill hitting at 318, 14 homers, 74 knocked in. Takes a breaking ball strike. Paul, 1 for 4 last night, hit a tremendous home run, upper deck. A 2-run shot in the first inning. Two for 3 lifetime against Sorotka with a homer. Breaking ball well outside. That evens the count at 1. Well, the Yankees come in hitting at 282 as a club with a 3.63 team ERA. Yankees have played 44 games here at the stadium, and they have won 37 of them. And what makes things worse, in the last 12 times they have played the Sox, they have won 11 of the last 12. There's the strike.
See what the Yankees rank in the American League. Hitting third, runs first, home runs 8th, stolen bases second behind Toronto, and ERA by far in first place with 3.63.
They're good.
Yeah.
72 and 25. Curveball. He'll grab some bench. And that's out number 2. Nice pace to that curveball.
Yeah, bottom fell out on that one. O'Neill had no chance. A lot of guys going to miss this one, righties and lefties. Look at this one. That's a good downer. Not a late movement there.
That'll bring up the center fielder, switch hitting Bernie Williams. Bernie with that .351 average, 11 homers. He has driven in 49. Bernie drew the collar last night in 4 at-bats. And 1 for 3 lifetime against the Sox southpaw. Curveball, yes.
368 right-handed this year. And while we have a moment, Hawk, before my dad leaves for church, I want to say wish him a very happy 82nd birthday. Johnny Pachetic.
Yes.
In lieu of an expensive gift, of course.
That's inside. A big White Sox happy birthday.
Yeah.
One and one to count. Boy, Cameron really deep in center field. Outfield spread out for the most part straight up. It's about as deep as you're going to see Mike Cameron play. Change. Grabs the strike on the outside corner.
Oh,
so Mike on top in this count, 1 and 2.
Excuse me, but Bernie Williams has always been a little bit better hitter right-handed. You know, he's got 6 homers right-handed this year, 5 lefty, and a lot less at bats from the right side of the plate. Usually it's around 400, or he has hit as high as 400 in the past right-handed.
Comes back with a fastball. Strike to Albert. I should say to Frank. .368 right-handed. Ground ball right side. Nice pitch. Tied him up. Durham up with it. Over to Norton. And that'll retire the side. Nothing across. And after 1, no score. Albert Bell will lead off the top of the 2nd inning. It'll be Bell, Ventura, and Norton to face Hideki Arabu. Albert at the plate when Caruso was gunned down by Posada. Talked about that funny jump Caruso got. He started, stopped, went back on his left side, tried to steal it, and that usually won't work.
I don't care how fast you are. You're not going to steal it that way.
No. Two and 0 the count to Albert. Arabu, who now makes his home in Chiba, Japan. What size hat is that he's got?
Oh, about an 8 1/4. Ow.
Just jammed right there.
Oh, man.
What a play. What a play by Derek Jeter.
He is something special. Well, he was playing him way over in the hole to pull. Now, Arabu makes a good pitch on the hands. And look at Jeter. Great range at shortstop. The little pirouette, the solid throw to first. And they get him by a stride. He's something.
As we've talked about, I think he's got the biggest range of any shortstop in the league.
Yeah.
Sheesh. So here is Robin Ventura, takes strike 1. Robin hitting at .264, 12 homers, 52 knocked in. Check out our Comet Power profile. Last 11 games, .325, a couple of homers. Nothing in 2 to Ventura. Well, Rabu with a very, very unusual motion. Spends probably more time over the rubber than anybody in this league.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Watch him right here. Very deliberate. And as we mentioned, when he is right, he'll run it up there 96, 97 miles an hour.
With a real easy fluid delivery, so it'll appear to be even a little bit quicker than that to the eye of the hitter.
Good pitch by Rabu. Good job by Ventura fighting it off. As you look at Rabu's pitching coach, former outstanding right-hander in the American League, Mel Stottlemyre. Great sinker. Right over the top. That's upstairs. Come on, Robin. All 4 base hit.
Okay.
Fastball, a good one. He was tardy. Not too many seats are empty this afternoon. The Yankees averaging 35,548.
I understand that this is the only old-timers game left.
It is?
Yeah. Well, they love the old-timers here at Yankee Stadium.
Good pitch right there. Jammed him, ate him up. Scott Brosius. And prior to the game, it was Greg Nettles playing down there at third base. Really brought back a lot of memories.
31.
Wow.
Greg Norton.
Puff, Greg Nettles, one of the best defensive third basemen in the history of this game.
Yeah.
One of the best fastball hitters in the history of the game. Moose Gowron was here. Hank Bauer.
Yeah.
And they dedicated a plaque out there to Mel Allen, former great broadcaster for New York. Out in Monument Field. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Norton. You can't get it up there, Greg. You got to make him get it down. Greg hitting at .224, 5 homers, 18 driven in. Ron Guidry is out there. Started the game for the Pinstripers.
Yep. He was something
I've
special.
forgotten how long his arms are.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about him last night. He looked like he was about 6'5" out on the mound.
Especially at the top of his windup.
Oh, yeah. Well, what a terrific pitcher he was. Golly.
Louis Tiant.
Yep.
Ed Figueroa.
Mike Torres. Oh, boy.
A 1-2-3 inning for Hideki Irabu. Strikes out his second man after an inning and a half. No score. Tino Martinez will lead it off. It'll be Martinez, Posada, and Chad Curtis to face Mike Sorotka. There's a strike on the outside corner. Tino hitting at .268, 14 homers, but he has driven in 78. Fastball, and very quickly, 0-2. Mike in his 22nd start of the season. Ground ball. Short hop. Caruso almost tied up Norton over there at first base. So 1 out, and a reminder, the Sox play the Angels Saturday, August 8th at 6:05, and you can come to Comiskey Park, watch that ball game, and then stay late and enjoy a post-game fireworks show, courtesy of all the good folks at Old Navy. So for tickets, dial 312-831-1 Sox. That's August 8th, the Sox and the Angels, and a spectacular post-game fireworks show, courtesy of Old Navy. Switch hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. .279 average, 10 homers, 33 driven in, smokes one into left field.
Well, he just goes down and gets this one. He didn't waste any time. Got first pitch fastball and ropes it in the left field. I think he likes that pitch down there.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Chad Curtis, hitting at .261, 8 homers and 42 knocked in. First pitch, changeup, strike. Chad got in last night's ball game, had one at bat. He walked, and it turned out to be a big walk. That coming with 2 out in the 6th inning. And he scored ahead of Strawberry's 2-run homer. It was a winning margin. Breaking ball down and in. Curtis out of Marion, Indiana.
Yeah, he got in last night's game because Tim Raines strained a groin muscle. And Rock is now day-to-day.
Well, it turned out to be a real solid move both defensively and that big walk, only because of the fact he made a heck of a catch out there. One that Rock may not have made.
Right.
Turn that fastball over. And the count 1-2. Good sinkage right there from Sorotka. Couple of finals in the American League. Cleveland beat the Tigers 6-5 at Jacobs Field. Bartolo Colon, the winner. Mike Jackson picked up his 25th save. As there's a breaking pitch. Manny Ramirez cranked out number 22. They had 43,094 in Cleveland. At Oriole Park at Camden Yards, Sweet Lou's Mariners beat the Orioles 4-2. Jeff Passero, the winner. Kaminicki, the loser, and Timlin, the save. Eric Davis, the 17th homer, as that ball is slicing foul. Cubs beat the Mets 3-2. 3-4-0 for the Cubs. 2-7-0 for the Metropolitans. Tapani 12-6 a winner. Franco, the loser, 0-5. Rod Becker's 30th save. Glenn Allen Hill homered in that ball game. That was a game winner. Bottom of the 8th inning. John Olerud also homered, number 13, and Jose Hernandez hit number 16. John Schneider really pitched pretty well last night for being a one-pitch pitcher against the Yankees.
Darn right he did.
Got hurt on that changeup.
Yeah, just a couple of bad pitches with the changeup. His fastball was good enough.
So a full count to Curtis with 1 out, and Posada, who has yet to attempt a stolen base this year, at first. Very, very short lead by Posada. He takes off. There's a ground ball. Ventura, the 2-hopper, over to Norton. And that's out number 2. Good pitch. So Joe Torre or Frank Baracco, either one, they're interchangeable.
Yeah. Joe looks like he hasn't shaved in about an hour.
What a disposition he has.
Oh, man.
Perfect guy to run this ball club. This is a tough town to manage in. Scott Brosius hitting at .294. 9 homers, and he has driven in 58. He's got 0 for 2 last night and 2 for 3 lifetime against Sorotka. But there are a lot of other things that come into play managing the Yankees and or the Mets that other towns don't have to endure. Change up.
Hey, you know, these people here are great as long as you win every game.
Yeah.
Shoot. And they've won almost every game here this year.
Well, they've played 5 games starting off the season, and there's already all kinds of columns and everything else about how Torre was gone.
Yeah. They lost their first 2. Is that what it was?
They were 1-4.
Oh.
And they said he was out of here.
And since then, they've only won like 90% of their games.
Well, since then, they won 68. and lost 21.
Wow. Oh. Unbelievable.
Strike on the corner. Well, you know yourself, Wimpy, too. The ball player today is very well aware of almost everything that is written about him and or said about him. They're much more press conscious today than players of the past. That pitch popped out of play right side. There have been a lot of players in the past that never read the papers or watched television or listened to the radio about what they were doing or what their team was doing. They knew what they were doing, and they knew what their team was doing.
Sure.
I think a lot of it has to do with agents.
Oh, they keep them abreast.
Oh, they keep them informed. They'll say, this guy wrote a terrible story about you. This guy said a terrible thing about you on TV.
Yeah.
If he comes around, don't talk to him. Here's the 2-2. Yes, he got him. Right on the inside corner. Freezes him, and that'll do it. Nothing across. We'll go to the third. Scoreless.
Four tires fueling out the door.
We asked the hottest guys in the pits to switch anti-perspirant.
Ultra dry degree, body heat activated.
When your body heat rises degrees, new ultra dry form releases extra protection.
Worked better than my old stick.
It kept me dry, ultra dry.
New.
So 1 out and a reminder. The Sox take on the Angels August 7th at 7:05, and you can take home some baseball cards featuring Sox players courtesy of Lemon Chill. That's Friday, August 7th at 7:05. For tickets, dial 312-831-1-SOX. Mike Cameron will lead it off after Mags grounded out. Curveball outside. Mike at 215, 5 homers, 34 driven in. 0 for 4 last night. With a ribby. He had a couple of good at bats last evening. The pitch outside and the count 2-0. Mike certainly appears to be seeing the ball much better, much longer. There for a while he was about a 53, 54 foot hitter. You're not going to hit a whole bunch that way. That ball hit deep into right center field, but Paul O'Neill has room back on the track. He's there, reaches up, hauls it down.
Yeah, Mike Cameron just got to stay in that same groove, Hawk. He's hitting the ball very well. He's not getting a whole lot of success, but solid contact is certainly the beginning stages of getting on a good hot streak. Well, I'd like to see him if he would just eliminate that little hitch in his swing where he drops his hands. I think Mike could be just terrific.
Here's Chad Kruder. 271 average. A homer. He has driven in 21. Outfield playing him straight up and spread out. Pretty good hack right there. Meanwhile, the count 21. There's another souvenir. So Rabu on top, a ball and 2 strikes.
Big Yankee fan.
They're going through most of them. Comes the splitter, and he misses down low with it. So 2-2 the count. Other action around the American League will show Toronto at Boston. Devil Rays are hosting the Athletics. Texas takes on the Twins at that football facility in Minnesota, and Angels against the Royals in Kansas City. Full count. And a couple of times that we have seen Robo pitch, it looks to me like he really relies. He backs up a lot of pitches. If he misses with a splitter down low, he'll come right back with another one. If he misses with a fastball, he'll come right back with another fastball. That fastball hit hard into center field. Barney Williams is there. So that is 7 in a row retired by Hideki Irabu. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. We'll lead it off against Mike Sorotka. Homer hitting at .357. No homers. He's driven in one. Takes a strike as he turned that one over. Homer out of East St. Louis, Illinois. Curveball, tried to backdoor him, and he missed out there.
It can get rather hot there.
Yes.
Woo.
That ball, that's trouble. That's going to sink for a base hit. Homer's going to give it a shot. Here's a throw by Cameron. Not in time, so the leadoff double. Mike got caught right in between. The ball had some pump back on it. Put him in an awkward position, and Homer Bush took advantage of it.
Yeah, he was playing him over in right center field. He really tomahawks this high fastball. Take a look at it. Boy, it's upstairs. He gets way on top and watch his hands up above the ball. Contact out front, and he is running from the get-go. He's thinking 2 all the way, and that's what gets him the double.
So here's Knobloch. Up on those toes, you can see both heels off the ground. Very unusual stance, as must have been down low. Knobloch, fly to Ordonez. Got him on a changeup to right field. Listen, that right heel off the ground. Now the left heel comes off.
Yeah.
As he's not going to be able to get the job done, I don't think. As Norton double clutches. Can't find it. So Bush into third. My goodness.
Well, another hustle play by Homer Bush right here. They Robin on this slow roller really can't afford to look him back to second base too much because of the speed of Knobloch. And Bush, boy, he got a great jump from second.
I thought Robin could have given him 2 looks right there.
Well, now when you look at it in retrospect, yeah, he did get Knobloch by quite a bit of margin. He wasn't in the screen, but Bush took advantage of it.
Sox bring the infield in. Jeter, a solid single to right field his first trip. And as we talk about so often, you get in spots like this, especially the guys like Derek Jeter. You got a man on third, less than 2 out. You want to get them quick, and you want to get them inside. Make them make the adjustment at the plate. Getting something out over that plate, and it just absolutely takes all the burden of responsibility off of him as Kruger's going to move out there. Tried to backdoor him, and he missed down low. .95% of the hitters in spots like this are going to take the protect mode.
Yeah, they just want to hit a fly ball the opposite way.
They just don't want to strike out. There's that fastball outside, and they count 2-1.
Yeah, that's why they're more. So in other words, you're looking away.
That's why they're so much more susceptible to hard stuff in. In Sorotka's case, being the southpaw, the fastball in, or the hard breaking pitch in. So they're going to go out there again. And the count 3-1 with Paul O'Neill on deck. You can always go away from a guy if, in fact, you set it up. Ate him up right there. Ate him up. Just a little ground ball gets by Ventura. So the hustle run is scored by Homer Bush, and it's 1-0 Yankees. Good pitch by Soroka.
Oh, yeah. Ate him up inside, but with the infield in, it just opens up a bigger hole. And you couldn't have rolled this ball any more perfectly than Jeter did. Jam sandwich. Just can't quite get there.
Yeah, that's just the sequence is the same, just a routine ground ball. If Bush doesn't move into third base.
That's right. That's right.
O'Neill struck out on a good curveball. Willie Randolph, who had a game-winning homer in the bottom of the 4th inning, as the former Yankees beat the former Dodgers 1-0. Hit it off Tommy John, a sinker that didn't sink.
Yeah. Well, Tommy didn't have any sandpaper with him today.
He didn't. I disagree. He didn't go anywhere without files or sandpaper.
It was great seeing all those guys.
Yeah.
Tommy John, Ken McMullen, Pound Cake, or as you called him, Lizard.
Great guy. Out of Oxnard, California.
Yeah. Former White Sox center fielder Rudy Law was here.
Yep.
Rudy, of course, an ex-Dodger. Lee Lacy. Tommy Davis. He got a base hit. What new?
Steve Yeager.
Yeah. Mr. Yine.
One and two the count to O'Neill.
Jay Johnstone. Well, I tell you, Tom Niedenfuhr looked terrific. The buff. Now there's a dome for you. He didn't
Discovery Channel.
He didn't get that Buffalo nickname for nothing now.
Yes, he's gone.
Man.
Second time O'Neill has struck out.
Good pitch by Mike right here. Upstairs, and O'Neill can't dial it up. It's a good pitch on O'Neill. You see how he's diving in there to protect away. Upstairs, tough to get there.
He will not give up. There's one of the original pinkies right there. Carmine Derriere's in the big leagues.
He should have. If he had red hair, he'd be Ron Fairley.
No. Not even close, man. Ron Fairley is all-time #1 Carmine Derriere.
Yeah. There's your ballpark for you.
Walt.
Yeah, Fairley played at Dodger Stadium. It was like 420 feet to center field. You couldn't hit it out of there twice.
You couldn't shoot it out of it.
Yeah.
Especially at night.
Oh. And then he leaves when they bring in the fences.
Ron Fairley was a terrific, outstanding player.
Yeah, he was.
Offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Very smart player.
The 1-0. Ooh, got that one up out over the plate. Well, Don Drysdale thinks Ron Fairley was the smartest player he ever played with.
That's saying something.
Yeah, it really is. Well, Double D knew a lot about this game. One 1-0 Yankees here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Yes, on the outside corner. So now we'll see if Jeter will try to bail him out. I think he will. Derek, 19 stolen bases in 23 attempts. He's just been getting a very, very casual lead down there. I would not suspect he'd try to give it away by getting a much bigger lead, but he can get a terrific jump from that shorter lead.
Lou Brock did pretty well with that short lead. Walking lead, then he'd take off, and man, 1 or 2 steps, he was in full stride.
Boy, the art of stealing a base. Taking the lead, how big of a lead, where you go with the lead. You go back, do you go straight, do you come in towards the pitcher? 3 different ways. We mentioned it before, Aparicio was one of the best base stealers I ever saw, and what he would do, and everybody knew he was going to be running, he'd just walk right to the pitcher. That way the pitcher, he's getting the same lead, but the pitcher looks like he's standing right on top of the bag
right.
because of the angle.
Yeah. Of course, it's a lot tougher to get back to the bag if he does throw over.
Just off the inside corner. Yeah, it was always a risk reward almost in every scenario.
That's right. Yeah. Because the farther back you are, it looks like you got a bigger lead than you actually have. But as when you move up towards the pitcher, boy, it looks like you're just right back on top of the base.
That's inside. Plus, with that angle that Aparicio started off coming inside the line, if the pitcher threw over there and you had him cut off, you had to make an adjustment as the first baseman to go around it.
That's true. Yeah.
So 2 out, and the payoff pitch coming up to center fielder Bernie Williams. One hopper, Ventura. Nice peg over to Norton, and that'll do it. Homer Bush creates a run for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll go to the 4th. 1-0 bad guys.
When you pick out new glasses, that's a big decision, but I can.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Durham will lead it off. Ventura in on the grass. Check that. Brosius in on the grass. Robin threw out Bernie Williams to end the bottom of the 3rd. A run on 4 hits, no errors for New York. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Sox. Fastball high, and the count 2-0. All right, 3-0. Ray hitting at 286 as he stands up to that plate with 11 homers and 39 knocked in. Mike Caruso on deck, and the big hurt Frank Thomas in the hole. Second of a 3-game set. Tomorrow afternoon, Jamie Navarro will lock horns with the southpaw David Wells as he just missed it. High towering fly ball. Paul O'Neill. So with 1 out, Mike Caruso coming up to the plate. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN, Chicago.
Along with the Whimperoo, Tom Paciorek, Ken Harrelson from Yankee Stadium. Ike, the only Sox hit, as Brosius several steps now in on the grass, as that's inside ball 1.
All right, mister, I sent for you yesterday, and here you come today.
Pops up. Jeter. Glasses down. And that's out number 2. And right now, let's check out our Aflac trivia question. Who is the only player to both pitch and catch in the same game twice?
Paul Richards.
Here's Big Frank, called out his first time. He didn't like it.
Do you think it might be an old timer?
Yeah. That's probably out of Jeffrey Lyons' book, out of left field.
I would probably think so.
That's popped up.
Get out of
Tino Martinez got room, makes the catch. So that is 10 in a row retired by Hideki Irabu. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Sox trailing by 1.
A hunter from another galaxy comes
to change, whether it be a straight change or a curveball change.
here. I know that swing very well.
You
It's
and
like you're swimming in
Meatball.
swinging in water.
Backs it up with a fastball. That's out of play. And a reminder, if you're looking for a tasty way to catch a Sox game, buy a medium or large pizza from Pizza Hut and receive a voucher for a free ticket to a Sox game. Now, if you pay with your Discover card, you'll receive another free ticket voucher. Pretty good deal. So eat a pizza and catch a game, but only at Pizza Hut. Another souvenir. You know, of course, involved in one of the most, unfortunately, confrontational incidents this year. He was drilled in the back by Armando Benitez.
Yeah.
And a huge brawl ensued. It was
Yeah, that was ugly.
ugly. It was ugly.
That was a real ugly fight. I think he's set up for another hook right here, Huckaroo.
Here it comes. Just misses. A little bit harder. 2-2 the count. Whippy, that might look real good on you.
I doubt it.
No? Tino cutting and slashing. Of course, the real RBI machine in this league is Juan Gonzalez. Tino's not bad. It's 77 in his last 80 ball game.
That's good.
Remember when he came back off the DL? He was really. There's a chopper, and that's going foul. He was really in a funk. But unlike you, Wimpy, at least they're getting on for him, you know.
Oh, I know. Pick up a couple cheap RBIs here and there.
So that was the lizard that hung that line on you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenny McMullen.
Just not getting on for me. Ooh.
Another curveball. Martinez just fighting it off. I think right now you can probably gas him upstairs and get him out of there.
Yeah, speaking of RBIs, Gonzalez now is 114 for Texas. Griffey has 91. Albert 90. Martinez right there in the top 10 along with Paul O'Neill.
Full count. Chopper back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So the leadoff single by the Yankee first baseman Tino Martinez, and that'll bring up the switch hitting catcher Jorge Posada. And a reminder, our next game coming your way over WGN Sports will be next Friday from the ballpark in Arlington. It's 7:30 Central right here over WGN Sports. Posada ripped the single in the left field his first trip. Takes strike one. Change up, gave that one away. What Mike's starting to do right now lately, though, is change the tilt on that curveball of his. Give you a couple of different angles and also changing some speeds on it, which is very positive.
Yeah.
Ground ball. This should be.
Come on.
Rack him up. 111th twin killing of the year turned by the Sox. And quickly 2 gone. Right now, let's check out our Aflac trivia question and answer. Who was the only player to pitch and catch in the same game twice? No clue.
What? Rick Cerrone? Jeez.
It's on page 73 and out of left field if you're interested. This Crusoe going to throw out Curtis. So that'll do it. Nothing across. We'll go to the 5th. Sox trail by 1. Julio Costabile in the stands in attendance this afternoon.
That guy's a lot younger than Julio.
Oh, man, he could be Julio's son.
Oh, yeah.
This is Nino.
See?
Albert Bell will lead it off here in the top of the 5th inning. Yankees on top, 1-0. Albert hit a little soft ground ball up the middle at Derek Jeter range far to his left. Did the pirouette. Threw him out. Rabu has retired 10 in a row. That pitch inside. Cloudy overcast day here in New York. Just perfect. She's very excited about Rabu who's retiring 10 in a row.
I think she's listening to the Yankee broadcast.
You do?
Yeah. Or ours.
That's up the middle. Jeter will not get that one. So the leadoff man aboard. Albert. Just the second hit given up by the 6'4", 240-pound right-hander.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown many pitches. Look at that. Wow.
Here's Robin. Popped up to his counterpart, Scott Brosius. Shanks that one right off the hosel. First and 30, 23. Yankee outfield for the most part playing everybody just about the same. He threw that one right by him. And to count 0-2.
See, Robin, his last 11 ball games hitting at 325 with 8 RBIs. Yeah, they got these big gaps over here. You want to give the lines here at Yankee Stadium and try and take away the extra base hits as much as possible, especially the triples, which.
There's a shot off the glove of Brosius. So here come the good guys. Bell at second, Ventura at first, nobody out.
Boy, Brosius almost made a great play right there. Diving to his left, just hit off the end of his glove. Well, he got a good jump on that one, too. Man.
Hit just a little too hard.
Whew. Thank
Ball
you.
was scalded. So here's Norton. Struck out on a good splitter. Takes that splitter up high. Come on, Norton.
You can do it, Norton.
Gas. Count evens at 1.
Wasn't the Honeymooners supposed to be in, where was it, Brooklyn or the Bronx? It was Brooklyn, wasn't it?
I thought it was the Bronx. I really don't know. There's a base hit. Here comes Albert. Ventura on his way to third. Bell scores, and this game is tied at 1. Norton, you're the greatest.
See, we start talking about the Bronx and the Honeymooners, and Norton comes through. Pitch looked like a splitter. He got up. Didn't hit it hard, just in front of Bernie Williams. Enough to score Bell as Paul O'Neill cuts it off, but Robin Ventura alertly in the third base, so a good chance right here for Mags.
Mags grounded out to Jeter. Takes that curveball low and away right here. In this situation, Mag's going to be looking to move the ball to the right side. Man on first and third. You get the big hole over there between Martinez and Homer Bush.
Yeah, and he's equipped to do that, too.
I was getting ready to say that is going right into his strength as he takes the fastball middle in. Now, that can vary. If you're really swinging the bat well, then you can go up there and you can do just about what you want to do.
Well, ideally, you'd like to see him back off the plate a little bit to facilitate that action a little bit better.
Ooh, I like it.
Easier.
Checks it up. Takes ball 2. Facilitate.
Yeah.
Now you chunking.
Whatever that means, back off the plate, it's easier to go the opposite way.
Well, yeah, it is for most guys. Some guys can back off mentally. They can cheat mentally. I could never do that.
Me neither. You got to. I have to do everything physical. Thinking was out of the question.
Well, sort of taught you well, huh?
Yeah.
Don't think, Wimpy, you hurt the club.
Hurt the club. That's right.
He does it.
All right.
And he's going to get the job done as O'Neill. He can throw. Here comes Ventura.
Uh-oh.
Got to get down. He scores. Posada missed him. What a throw by Paul O'Neill. And the Sox lead it 2-1.
Man, Joe Torre's not arguing. I thought he had him at first. Posada obviously missed the tag. Boy, that was a great throw by O'Neill. He got himself in the good throwing position. And watch this, one hopper. No, that's right. Robin got it with his hand as he's coming by.
Well, again, look where Posada is, way up in front of the plate. That's just terrible positioning right there. If he gets back at all and lets the ball come to him, O'Neill has a tremendously accurate arm and a very strong arm. But you can see if he gets back at all, he lets it come to him, all he's got to do is put it down, and he is DOA.
Yeah, great job by O'Neill and a bad job by Posada right there. I mean, those.
It's amazing how many catchers do that. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, go up in front like that.
Yeah.
You know, boy, I tell you, I remember trying to slide in a home plate where there was no plate to slide into. The catchers were like, they had the whole thing covered.
Well,
and you have to go through them.
You can just rattle off a whole bunch of catchers right there that Robin is out. That pitch almost hit him.
Yeah. You know, Steve Yeager, the guy that was catching for those Dodgers today in an old-timers game, he wouldn't have gotten close to home plate.
He never got to the plate. Never even come close. Bill Freehand.
Oh.
Man.
Oh, some of those guys would hurt you. You know, you'd be going full speed and sliding, and these guys would stop you in your tracks.
A tough foul. I'll tell you guys really gotten real good about that now in this league. And he's learned Ivan Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
If he's behind the plate, Robin does not even come close to scoring.
No. Oh, Mike Scioscia, he blocked it pretty good, too, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, what a throw by O'Neill.
Oh, man. Whew. You don't see many throws like that anymore.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, Wimpy, from what we have seen since he's been in this league, if you got to have an outfielder to throw out somebody, I take Paul O'Neill as quick as I take anybody in this league.
Yeah.
Correct. Strength and accuracy. He gets in great position.
Yeah, he's a much better outfielder than you might be led to believe.
That curveball, no. Meanwhile, a real fine job right there by Mags Ordonez.
Yeah, that was a real good at-bat for him. Well, Mags is one of those young players that keeps making adjustments in his offensive approach to the game. He's just going to keep getting better and better, and you have to do that to improve.
Ooh, fastball upstairs, got it by him. That's the third strikeout for Arabu. And that'll bring up Chad Kruder. I'll tell you another guy that would not have allowed Robin to score right there is in the ballpark today. In uniform, sitting in that Yankee bench is Joe Girardi.
Yeah.
And a reminder, calling all dog owners. Bring your dogs to Comiskey Park for Dog Day on Saturday, August 15th, when the Sox take on Sweet Lou's Mariners. Ken Griffey Jr., Jay Buhner. Dress your canines for the costume contest and show them off during the pregame parade. That's a cat, Wumpy. Don't forget, it's a special 12:15 afternoon start time. So to register your dog, just dial 312-674-1000, extension 5248. And do it now because space is limited. I'll bring the
Roxy.
cats. You bring the hydrants.
Roxy.
Pitch foul back. Two runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the good guys. A run on 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees here in the top of the 5th inning. Long set by Rabu. Big kick. Come on, Chad. The 2-1. Good eye. 3-1 the count with Ray Durham, the on-deck hitter. There goes Naughton. As Kruder gets jammed right there, fouls it straight back. So a good pitcher's battle thus far here in the second of this 3-game series. As there's a looper into left field. Chad Curtis comes on, makes the catch. That'll retire the side for the Sox. Come up with a couple of runs on 3 hits. No errors. They leave one halfway home. 2-1. Good guys.
On today's Discover Card Payback Playback, it was Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium prior to the Sox-Yankee ball game. Bottom of the 4th inning, Willie Randolph takes Tommy John deep for a 1-0 Yankee victory on an afternoon where they honored the great and late Mel Allen. How about that? There's Willie Randolph. He's been taking batting practice every day for about 3 weeks, getting ready for that one moment, that shining moment in the sun. Willie had a pretty good career himself. As we look at the numbers here, the bottom of the 5th inning, Sox lead it 2-1. Scott Brocious lines this one to right center field. Ordonez is going to try and cut it off with a pass to throw down to second base. He's in there. A nice job of hitting by Brocious, going the opposite way into that gap in right center for the double.
The second baseman, home run push.
There, Soroka turned it over, sunk it away, and as Whippy mentioned, he just got beat on a pretty good pitch, and a fine effort right here by Ordonez. Had a long way to go. As we mentioned, Sox outfield playing very deep in this ballpark, and made it close at second.
So here's Homer Bush. He was responsible for that first Yankee run. He doubled and scored. Derek Jeter with the RBI as he takes that one down low, squaring the bunt. Brocious now with 19 doubles on the season. Great acquisition from Oakland. Hit .203 last year for the A's. Homer fouls this one off to the right. And Sox fans, you can come to Old Navy's grand opening this Thursday, July 30th at Washington and State Street in Chicago, and you'll meet White Sox players Ray Durham and Mike Caruso from noon to 1:30. That's Thursday, July 30th at Washington and State Street. Old Navy. Bunning. Looks like it hit him in foul territory. So a strike on Homer Bush. Yep.
Mike Riley right on top of the play at home plate.
Jam sandwich. Caruso makes the play. Very nice play by Mike. But Homer Bush gets the job done. Brocious realized nobody was going to catch that ball in the air. So he gets the third.
There was a good pitch by Soroka. Good play by Caruso. Homer Bush has good speed. See, that ball was spinning away from Mike once it hit the ground. Homer Bush making just his fourth start of the season. Hey, what, he's had a couple of pretty good at-bats.
Right. Durham didn't appear to be able to make that play, so Caruso with the good stop. So here's Knobloch with the infield in. Chuck is 0 for 2, a flyout and a ground out as he takes that one outside.
Again, here we have the left-hander against the right-handed hitter who is standing very close to the plate. You try to get them quick and you try to get them in.
And he wants it away.
Where his hands are hanging out.
And he misses 2-0. Oh, yeah.
You get a guy hanging out over that plate like Knobloch is, you got to throw him right underneath his hands. And it's very, very difficult for him to make that adjustment, to reroute his bat.
Yeah, especially when you know he's thinking to drive the ball the opposite way in this situation. Another pitch away, and that misses 3-0. And there's Derek Jeter, the on-deck hitter, who has the only Yankee RBI in this ball game.
See what Joe Torre wants to do right here. There are a lot of guys you get the infield in. 3-0. They're letting them hack.
Takes all the way, and there's a strike at the knees.
I like that. When you got a good hitter, good contact hitter up there, line drive type hitter, you get that infield in like this, boy, I'll tell you, that percentage just goes way up in your favor. And especially when you trying to get a game tied up at home.
Oh, yeah. You know, if he walks, you know, you set up the double play possibility to get out of the inning and the infield back. I'd want those guys in as long as possible. He tried to yank that one, pulled off that pitch badly.
Got a lot of help right there from the veteran Knobloch.
He was trying to hit that ball to Brooklyn. Maybe New Jersey. Is Brooklyn in New Jersey? So the payoff pitch coming up right here. 3-2, 1 out. Yo, baby.
Good effort by Sorotka. They've been going away, away, away. All of a sudden, whole ball's got to play.
Yeah, that wasn't high either.
Man.
Oh, that was a good pitch.
Mike wanted it.
I don't blame him. So the infield goes back in double play position. Paul O'Neill is on deck. It's going to be a tough guy to double up if he hits a grounder, though. So Jeter now hitting at 323. Takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. 11 homers, 48 runs batted in now for the Yankees shortstop. Mike with 84 pitches, 53 strikes, 31 balls. Ooh, fastball just misses away. Jeter is 2 for 2 in this game. And 2 for 5 in the series. Good speed on the bases with Brocious and Knobloch. Changeup. Up high. Ooh, I'm glad he didn't throw that one in there. That's the one pitch that Jeter's going to pull. And look at that huge gap out in left center. You could run for days.
I don't know so much about pull, but he's going to hit it hard.
Yeah. They've got him in a rundown on the pickoff. They're going to tag him.
Yes.
Sorotka very alertly backed him up. Norton got rid of it. Caruso ran him back. And Brocious couldn't do anything at third, so Knobloch is picked off. And there's 2 gone.
Well, this is how you get it done. First of all, on Norton's standpoint, he gets the angle. That's number 1. Now he gets it to the man in front of him who can watch the play. Sorotka's right there. He's watching the play. And you don't have a speed merchant down there. And Scott Brocious at third. Very well executed.
That really was. That was one of the better rundowns we've had all year. So there's the pitch. Ooh, coming inside, misses to Derek Jeter at 3-1. Jammed him in the left center field. Cameron is there. All right, nice job by Sorotka. Yankees don't score, and after 5, it's still 2-1 Sox. There's Joe Grube in the stands. Loving this game. Or is it Grube?
Grube.
Grube. Mike Sorotka, boy, he's battling this tough Yankee lineup today.
Well, he's going to do that. I don't care what lineup he's facing.
Well, yeah, he's made some good pitches, too.
Yes, he has.
Good inside fastballs. Oh, you got to throw inside of this team. Righty,
Every
lefty.
team. Every
Yeah.
team.
Now, let's get some insurance right here. Ray Durham, there's a good splitter right there.
That's
He really
right.
took a lot off of that one.
The better the hitting team, the more you have to pitch him inside.
Because they own the outer half of the plate.
From the middle out, they absolutely will dominate you. Now, you can go out there later on if you've established that into their minds. That fastball, that hard slider inside.
He lines that one foul left side. I want to send out a special hello to my daughter Kim and son-in-law Steve McCaffrey, and congratulations on the future birth of my grandchild in
Little
March.
Whitney.
Yeah. I promise I won't spoil him or her. Yeah, right. Pitch down low. 1-2. They're pretty shallow for Ray in the outfield. Big gap in left center for Durham as he hits it to left. Curtis, well, he's everywhere. Makes the catch on a liner. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Sox with 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error. The Yankees 1-6-0 against Mike Sorotka. Caruso 1 for 2. He singled in the 1st inning. Mike hitting at .313 now. Takes the fastball down and in. 4 homers, 34 RBIs for the 21-year-old shortstop. Hideki Arabu. Low heat, misses. 2-0. Brocious can't get any closer than third. He wants to take that bunt away as Mike pops this one up. There's room behind home plate. Posada can't get there. It's in the Yankee dugout. And kids, next time you're at Comiskey Park, stop by Fundamentals to try out your swing and throw a few pitches. This is interactive baseball instruction area for kids, and it is run by the staff from the White Sox training centers. It's located behind gate 3. Fundamentals is open from the gate opening until 1.5 hours after the game starts, weather permitting. And Fundamentals is sponsored by Gatorade, and it is free. I repeat, free. Line to right. Paul O'Neill is there. And there's 2 gone. Arabu's fastball is tough to center. A lot of fly balls and pop-ups.
Especially when he gets it from the belt up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that real hard splitter.
Frank takes a strike on the outside corner. 0 for 2 in today's ball game. Is called out in the 1st inning, popped to first in the 4th. Check swing, grounder. Martinez to Arabu, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning. We have played 5.5 from Yankee Stadium. It's 2-1 good guys.
Two 4-1 for the Sox, 1-6-0 for the Yankees. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning is Paul O'Neill will lead it off against Mike Sorotka. Paul 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Takes a breaking ball down low. Paul has struck out on a good curveball, a slow curveball, and struck out on a good high fastball. He's a good player. Mike has plenty of time. Takes it, makes it, and that's out number 1. There you see some of the plaques out there. Joe D, and here he was prior to the game, voted the greatest living player, the Yankee Clipper. What a tremendous ovation, and deservedly so, that Joe got. And the fans, and also all the other players. Old Timers Day, if you're joining us late. There's Whitey Ford, Phil Rizzuto, Hank Bauer, and there he is talking with Billy Fugazi. Well, Billy looks great, too. Wow. Here's Bernie Williams. Grounded to second, grounded to third. Takes ball 1.
Chilton Joe DiMaggio. They don't make too many songs about
over there a few minutes ago. Wimpy just stepped out evidently to get a coke. He's not back yet, but what a player he was. His name was Al Rosen.
Al Rosen, yeah.
He's a great third baseman.
Yeah, for the Indians.
Yeah.
1954. Didn't they have the greatest record? What did they win that year? 110 games or so. Yeah, I think it was 111. Yeah, and they lost to the Giants in the World Series.
4 straight.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Ooh. Well, what a staff they had.
There's a good strike on the outside corner. Yeah. Lemon, Wynn, Garcia.
Feller.
They had Narleski in the pen.
Bobby Avila.
Ottoman. There's a base hit. Mike really upset with himself. Got that breaking ball up. So Bernie gets his first hit of the series. He's 12 for 17 in stolen bases.
The first baseman, Tino Martinez.
And here comes Tino Martinez. One other note here, and other scores at San Diego. Padres leading the Astros 5-3 after 4. Greg Vaughn is hit number 37.
Wow, what a year he's having.
He of the ding-toed Vaughns, you know.
He is. Well, he's made some adjustments in his stance and his swing a little bit. A little bit shorter, more compact, and more power.
The shadows here at the stadium.
Who knows? Oh.
2-0 the count. Low 3-0. Yankees with 1 in the 3rd, Sox with 2 in the 5th. There's a chopper base hit in the hole. Bernie Williams round second. He's on his way to third. He will get there. So with 1 out, runners at the corners. That'll bring up the catcher, Jorge Posada.
Well, Joe Torre allowed that 3-0 swing right there with that runner being held on. Tino's going to try and pull it. Chances are good that he was going to find that hole. He did. Boy, a lot of topspin on that ball. And Bernie Williams can get it. He can flat run. No chance to throw him out at third. Got some high pockets there.
Posada 1 for 2, a sharp single to left, and he hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Packed house at Yankee Stadium. That's out of play. Good fastball, tailing away. Outfield, deep, straight up, spread out. Double him up in there, Mike. Cooter goes back to the inside. They do double him up. Triple him up.
Why not? He looks like he's really tied up in knots on that inside pitch.
Goes back to the old thing. Get him quick and get him inside
yeah.
when you don't want that man to score. Not one of his better swings right there.
No.
It's amazing how pitchers just don't understand the responsibility on the hitter when they have to try to hit an inside fastball to knock in a run. They go away and the count goes full. It's a much better pitch to come back inside on 2-2 than it is on 3-2.
Yeah, on 2-2 he's a lot more defensive.
Well, the two best pitches in baseball, the first pitch strike, and the next one is the 2-2 pitch. That's when you got to take somebody. You'll see what Torrey wants to do with Tino at first. That's foul. Thank you.
All right, that was a good pitch.
Matt Karshner. Under the watchful eye of Hard Art Kushner. Well, if he could hit that 3-2 fastball right there that hard, we'll see what they want to do with him right here. If you could give him your best motion on a changeup right here, it's hard to cover both those. A good fastball middle in and a changeup down. You don't want to leave it up out over the plate.
Well, the room for error is so much greater on the changeup, and that's not Mike's best pitch. I want to see him throw the fastball
I had
in
too.
again.
But I'm saying, if you got to go outside with him, let's see what they want to do. There was. Took a little something off that, turned it over.
I would rather see a sinking fastball away, a two-seamer with some movement that he tried to pull for a 6-4-3 grounder.
It's a great concept.
Yeah.
That's deep into right field. Ordonez is back in front of the fence on the track. Makes a catch as Bernie Williams scores, and this game is tied at 2.
No, it's a good at bat for Posada. Finally got a pitch he could drive, and he did what he had to do. Hit it deep enough to score that run. He also gave him a chance to gave himself a chance to actually hit the ball out of the ballpark the other way.
Chad Curtis is grounded to third. He is grounded to short. Changeup. That tails outside and the count 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Sox. 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. That's off the corner. Brosius on deck. Curtis checking down with Willie Randolph. Now Willie goes through his sequence of signs. Tino just a very short lead at first. He's not a speed merchant. As that fastball fouled back, so a full count. Norton will play behind. He's asking. Want him to hold him on or get behind him. Evidently they say halfway. With Curtis hitting, if you got a real speeder over there, you might want to hold him on. As that's into center field. Cameron is right there. Hauls it in. That'll retire the side. But the Yankees come up with a singleton, and we'll go to the 7th, tied at 2. As you peruse our Southwest Airlines tail of the tape here in the top of the 7th inning. 2-8-0 for the Pinstripers. 2-4-1 for the Sox. It'll be Bell, Ventura, and Norton to face Hideki Irabu. Two good pitchers, and they are pitching well. Albert started off that 2-run 5th with a base hit right back through the middle. He's 1 for 2 in this ball game. Big slow curveball hangs high. Get that one down a little bit, Hideki.
Yeah, please.
That's inside. Decided to the outside. That ball smoked hard into left field. So Albert, a ringing single. And once again, the leadoff man aboard.
And the count playing a big part right there. 2-0 fastball. Albert dialing it up. Gets ahead of the bat out in front of home plate and rips it to left. There you see that cocking action. Ooh, that's belt high, almost center cut. Hands up and back. That's nice.
So here's Robin. He singled off the glove, hard off the glove of Brosius back in the 5th inning. So Albert stopped 2 Irabu streaks. Hideki had retired 10 in a row as that pitch fouled back until Albert singled in the 5th. And he had retired 6 in a row until this single right here in the 7th. Fastball inside. He turned that one loose.
Yeah.
Robin a little tardy right there on another Irabu heater.
And kids, bring your parents to Applebee's Kids Day Sunday, August 16th, when the Sox face the Mariners at 105. You'll be able to get autographs, run the bases, and your parents will be happy because kids tickets are only $1 at the box office on game day. That's Applebee's Kids Day Sunday, August 16th. Yeah.
Just a decent lead for Albert at first. As that pitch misses down low. That evens the count at 2. With Irabu, you got to be a little. One reason Wimpy mentioned earlier it's hard to center that fastball for Irabu is because of the splitter. He throws very hard splitter, and you got to cover so much area as that shot. Wow, watch out. It's not like you got to cover just the inside corner in, outside corner out. You got to cover up and down as well because of the high fastball and then that terrific splitter he has.
And right now, oh, you got those shadows coming in. Shadows just behind the pitcher's mound right now. I don't know how difficult it is here to pick it up. But from looking at it right there, it looks like it's pretty tough. There is a great hitter's background here with that all black back there in center field.
Albert takes off. There's a shot base hit. Albert did not pick it up, but now he will mosey on into third base. So the Sox with nobody out. Runners at the corners.
Well, that was a great swing by Ventura. He got his hands up above a high fastball and just roped it. Nice job of hitting. Look at his hands up above this ball, making that contact out in front of home plate. So O'Neill has to get it back into the infield, even though Albert didn't check to see where that ball was hit. He was easily in the third base.
Come on, Norton. Norton did it back in the fifth. Delivered a single in the center field, picking up his 19th RBI and knocking in Bell.
Joe looks worried.
55,638 in attendance this afternoon.
Hey, that's a good crowd, you know.
There's that slow curveball. Even though he didn't throw a lot of them over, it's still a good pitch for Arabu because it gives the hitter something. Another slant on the speed. Ground ball hit hard, base hit. Bell will score. Ventura has to hold it second. And it's a 3-2 Sox lead. Norton, you're the greatest.
Well, he got ahead in the count. A 1-0 fastball down, and Norton finds that hole. So Norton 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Big hits today. Fastball down and away. Runner being held on. You see, they were in double play position. All right.
So a huge conference at the mound, headed up by Mel Stottlemyre. Wallace Johnson comes down and has a little chit chat with Mags Ordonez. So as Posada comes back behind the plate, let's pause for our station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN, Chicago.
Along with the Wimperoo, top of Troy, Ken Harrelson from Yankee Stadium, second of this 3-game set. And we'll see what Jerry Manuel wants to do right here with Ordonez. Watch out. That ball almost gets away. What a play. What a recovery right there by Derek Jeter.
Yeah, he's so athletic over there. That most shortstops, well, there's a lot of great ones out there too, but Jeter just seems to be the most athletic out there. Tell you what, I don't like bunting with Ordonez right here.
Well, you got Cameron and Cruder. Me, he's hitting, but he's going to bunt again. Thing about Robin is with his speed, you have to lay down a real good bunt. You know, a real good gun, because you got the corners. You got Tino Martinez coming in real close at first base. Brosius on that last one held his ground a little bit. And if Mags goes through it, they're going to pick Robin off at second.
Sure they are. And the thing, Mags is very adept at going the opposite way. There's a runner at second base and nobody out. Heck, hit the ball the opposite way, and chances are, you know, something good's going to happen.
Well, let him keep squaring around because it counts 3-0.
Well, that's what he's got to take right here. But on 3-1, I know I'd let him take a hack at it.
I think Mags missed a sign right there.
Yeah.
Saw Jerry Manuel talking to Wallace. That's up high, no. Mags looking at Mike Riley like it was, and a count 3-1. So now,
man, check this one out again. Boy, that looks. Yeah. Jeez. I don't know if that was automatic or what. Whew. I think it was above the S.
There's a strike on the outside corner. So now he's only got one hack. Made a good pitch on him. Big pitch right here. There's a shot by Jeter. Here comes Ventura. Norton on the way to third. Here's the throw, and they don't get it. Robin scores, and it's a 4-2 Sox lead. Attaboy, Mags. Another good at bat for Ordonez.
Wow. So 4 straight hits to start this inning, and Joe Torre's coming out. He just dropped the head on a low fastball right there on 3-2 from Irabu. Jeter not able to come up with it. He came close. Another look at it. 3-2 fastball down and in.
I thought he was going to make the play, and you can see Robin was off with the pitch. And some very aggressive base running right there by Norton. So breaking the action is Hideki Irabu will depart. And we'll be back with the numbers on the new Yankee pitcher.
It's 4-2 White Sox here in the top of the 7th inning. That's David Wells, tomorrow's starting pitcher for New York. But Hideki Irabu gives up 4 consecutive singles here in the 7th inning, and the White Sox have a 4-2 advantage. So Joe Torre goes to his bullpen, and out comes 32-year-old right-hander Darren Holmes. Former Colorado Rocky is 0-3 with a 4.38 earned run average in 24 appearances. Has saved 1 ball game, 39 hits in 37 innings, 14 walks, and 22 strikeouts. He of the good curveball Holmes. So it's going to be Mike Cameron will be the hitter with runners at the corner. Still nobody out. Well, the Sox with 2 runs in this inning. And 4 runs have scored in this game for the Sox. 2 RBIs for Greg Norton and 2 for Mags Ordonez. So the latter part of the order coming through for the White Sox, and the stellar pitching of Mike Sirotko, who's given up just 2 runs through 6 innings against the New York offense.
And Albert Bell started both these rallies off with those base hits. He scored twice. Ventura's done his job backing up those 2 base hits with 2 of his own. He scored twice. So here comes Mike. Mike 0 for 2. He's flied to right and struck out. Norton at third and Ordonez at first. 4-8-1 for the Sox. 2-8-0 for the Bronx Bombers. Mags 5 for 8 in stolen bases. As he'll stretch that lead out a little bit more. Just a decent lead for Ordonez. There's a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. A beauty by Darren Holmes. Sox have seen him in the past. As you look at the big 6'7" southpaw Graham Lloyd out of Australia. And when they have seen Holmes in the past, occasionally they got to him pretty well. We've also seen him with a couple of pretty good outings.
Yeah.
That pitch foul back. So Mike in a big hole, 0-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. That curveball high. We got a bristle up, Mike. Now, what Wimpy was talking about earlier, this is when you got to really back off the plate just a little bit, if not physically, mentally. Go into that protect mode.
Yeah, and drive it hard the opposite way.
Well, a lot of guys will do that. They'll back off far enough to where they don't have to worry about the inside pitch being called a strike, right-hander to right-hander. Then to that point, they can dive a little bit. But when you dive, that gets a little slower. So you better be thinking to the opposite field. That curveball high. And the count goes full. So now, Mr. of the curveballing Holmeses.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Curve him? Hook him?
It's his best pitch.
Yeah.
We talked earlier about how some guys, especially breaking ball pitchers, if they miss with one, they'll come back with the same pitch again. That old muscle memory. See what he does here. That's off the end of the bat. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's a bad throw. Good slide by Norton. Then the Sox lead it 5-2.
Well, he came back with, looked like a cut fastball or something that was moving away. It was a good pitch hit off the end of the bat. And watch Tino Martinez, instead of setting, which he had time to do, he makes the off-balance throw, and there's Posada on the other side of the plate. So Norton slides in there. Oh, that next guy's got to get that bat out of there.
They really didn't have a chance to on that particular play. So here's Critter. We'll see what Jerry wants to do right here. Corners in close. Looking for the bunt. Squares, and it takes a strike. Got a little speed at second, and Ordonez, you got a whole bunch of speed in first with Cameron. That bunt foul back. So Critter in the hole, 0-2. Wallace telling Ordonez, make it go through. Boy, in a spot like this, you just don't want to get doubled off. Curveball. He's gone, and that's out number one.
His best pitch is that curveball. This time he just got it right on the outside corner, says Mike Riley.
That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Ray Durham. Ray 0 for 3. Twice he has gone out to right. Once he has gone out to left. Change up. Bit of a gap in left center as Bernie Williams almost dead away in center. That curveball, that's down low. So some good at bats we have seen, some of our young players. 2 good at bats by Ordonez, and that was a real good at bat by Cameron. That was either, as you mentioned, went be a cut fastball or a hard slider. At least he was able to put it in play. And he got home another run.
Right. Nope.
Ray in good shape at 2-1. We mentioned the finale of this 3-game set tomorrow afternoon and this 5-game road trip. Jamie Navarro against David Wells. Wells was scheduled to pitch today. They moved him back a day because he has a little bit of the gout. Ouch. He has the gout, Wells. 3-1 to count. You ever had the gout?
No.
Me either. They tell me it's really painful.
Very painful, yeah. Was that from eating too much red meat or something, I heard?
Nah, I have no clue. I guess there are many, many ways you can get it. So now, the 3-1 pitch. There's a base hit in the right field. Here comes Maggs. He's being waved around. Cameron's going to go on into third. And this is a 6-2 ball game. 4 runs so far for the Sox here in the top of the 7th inning.
Wow. And Joe Torre out to the mound again.
So Mike Caruso will be the next hitter. Darren Holmes will depart. And we'll be back to tell you about Graham Lloyd.
You're looking at Greg Norton, who has 2 RBI singles in this ball game, and he just scored another run. So the Sox with 4 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. There is but 1 out, as Mags Ordonez also with a couple of RBIs in this ball game. That's good. Ray Durham just drove in a run, and that knocked Darren Holmes out of the ball game. So great speed on the bases right now with Durham at first base and Mike Cameron over at third.
And Caruso at the plate.
Yeah. So here's Graham Lloyd. The Aussie is 1-0 with a 2.01 earned run average in 28 appearances. 22 in the 3rd innings, just 14 hits, 2 walks. Wow, control's been great. 14 strikeouts.
Well, here's a good spot right here for Mike Caruso with the 1 out. He got the outstanding speed at third and Cameron. Let's go ahead and take one with him right down the first base line. If you can put another one on the board right here and get out of that grand slam range, it really makes things a little binding here in the 7th inning for the opposition.
Yeah.
Yankees with the infield in. Now Chad Curtis is being called in as there's first pitch strike from the big Aussie. Broken bat, little flare. They're going to double Cameron off. Now he throws the ball wild. Cameron's got a hole, but Durham very alertly goes into second. That'll be an error on Homer Bush.
Yeah, he does get sawed off here. Mike Cameron trying to get a good jump. A good throw is going to nail him at third. Brochus trying to get back to the bag, but it was thrown way offline. So Lloyd comes in and gets his job done as Joe Torre is out there again. He's talking to Lloyd. I don't know if he's going to. Yes, he is going to make a change.
So this will be the 4th Yankee pitcher of the inning coming in, and we'll be back.
Here's Mike Buddy, the new pitcher. He's 3-0 on the year with a 5.17 earned run average, 13 relief appearances, 15 2/3, giving up 16 hits, 7 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So Buddy, who is 27 years old, from Berea, Ohio.
Berea.
Berea? Oh, I was thinking of the enema.
The reason I know is they've got my money in Berea.
They certainly do, don't they?
A lot
Just
of
outside of Cleveland.
Yeah, beautiful. Here's Frank Thomas. Take Frank 0 for 3 in this ball game. A strikeout, a pop up, and a ground out. First pitch up and in. 6-9-1 for the Sox, 2-8-1. He must have been in the New York cab.
I wonder if he has a good attorney.
Sitting right beside him. That ball gets away from Posada, but not far enough for Cameron to advance. And while we have a moment, I want to send out a big White Sox happy birthday to Sarah Evans, daughter of our producer, Susan Evans. Now, she's turning 8 on Monday, Wimpy.
Great.
And you know what that means? That means she's about 5 years from teenagerhood.
Right.
8 years until she starts driving. And 10 years until she's on her own.
Who said that?
Susan.
Her mom?
Yeah. She's letting her know up front. Checks it up and takes 3-0. Turn him loose. Albert on deck. I don't think they're going to go around Frank right here. They get to Albert. Turn him loose.
No.
Maybe a little jump start. Ooh. Right there. That's ball 4, and that'll load him up for Albert, who started this inning off. He is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored in this ball game.
Wow. Get that thing out of here now.
I love beach balls. Will you be quiet?
Can't
Wimpy?
stand them.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, you're getting tough in your older age.
It messes up the game. Darn right I am.
So the 10th man to come to the plate. Albert hitting at 307 to go along with those 30 long ones and 90 driven in. Little slider strike. Buddy out of Wake Forest University. Great school.
Oh yeah,
Great school.
top notch. No.
Checks it up. McClellan says he did go, so now Albert in a big hole, 0-2.
He changed the tilt a little bit on that breaking ball and took something off, so Albert way out in front. You see what he's done? Very well, thank you, with the bases loaded, but he's down the count now, 0-2.
Outfield straight up. Sacks packed with Sox. Cameron at third. Durham at second, and a big hurt at first. Breaking ball pops him up right side. Homer Bush. He's underneath it. Makes the catch. That'll retire the side for the Sox. In 10 men to the plate here in the 7th, coming up with 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, 3 left. 7th inning stretch. Sox by 4. Right now it's time to check out our Miller Lite Major League scoreboard. There you see the Tribe over the Tigers at the Jake 6-5. Sweet Lou's Mariners beat the Orioles 4-2 at Camden Yards. 3rd inning. Toronto at Boston tied at 2. Later on, Oakland takes on the Devil Rays down in St. Petersburg. Texas at Minnesota. And the Halos engage the Royals. Tim Belcher on the hill for Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium. Over in the National League, Tapani beat the Mets. Bobby Valentine 3-2 this afternoon. 5-4 Fighting Fish over the Phillies at Veterans Stadium. 5-4 in the 6th inning. Cincinnati at San Francisco. Greg Vaughn has cranked out his 37th homer as the Padres lead the Astros 5-3 in the 6th. Out in Southern California, 2-1 Rockies over the Cardinals. That's in the 7th. At Coors Field. Later on, Atlanta at Pittsburgh. Montreal at Milwaukee, and the Diamondbacks take on the Dodgers in Los Angeles. And that's our Miller Lite Major League scoreboard as we get set to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-9-1 for the Sox, 2-8-1 for the Yankees, and a pitching change. Wimpy.
Bobby Howry comes out to work in relief of Mike Sorotka. So Mike with a good chance to pick up another victory this afternoon. Howry's pitching great lately. 0-1, 3.38 earned run average, 15 hits and 21 1/3, 8 walks and 18 strikeouts.
I believe he's retired. Last 17 hitters he's faced.
Whoa, that's real good.
I guess as there's a slider strike to Scott Brosius, who has struck out, and he has doubled. And very quickly, like Howry has been doing, he is 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, and that really does help. Talk about the most important pitch in baseball for pitchers. First pitch strike. That breaking ball misses down low. When you throw that first pitch strike, you just have all your options available to you. When you throw first pitch ball, those options shrink. When you throw second pitch ball, they almost evaporate.
That hitter becomes defensive.
Ground ball on the breaking pitch to Hopper. Robin over to Norton. And once again, a reminder, our next game coming your way over WGN Sports will be next Friday, 7:30 Central. It'll be the ballpark in Arlington. Juan Gonzalez, Ivan Rodriguez, and the Texas Rangers. That's next Friday at 7:30 right here over WGN Sports. Homer Bush. Doubled, scored, and grounded to Caruso. First pitch strike. Boy, he's a young looking 25, isn't he?
Certainly
I like
is.
this. What we've seen him earlier in the season. Today he has good speed. That's a base hit in the right field. Off the end of the bat on the slider.
Homer Bush has done his job today.
Well, he manufactured the first run of the ball game back in the third inning with some good hitting and outstanding base running. Sox gave him an opportunity to do it, and he took advantage of it. So here's Knobloch. He's the DH. Flied to right, grounded to third, and walked. Then he was picked off back in the fifth. And momentum-wise, what's turned out to be a big play in this ball game. Huge gap in left center. $55,638. They have been very energetic. There's the strike. That evens the count at 1. So the Sox will conclude the series tomorrow afternoon. Come back home. Have an off day on Monday where we'll be out playing in the Dan Rowan tournament. The Ruffle Feathers. Looking forward to that. And then it'll be a short 2-game homestand next Tuesday and Wednesday against the Devil Rays. That's off to Texas for 3 and Tampa Bay for 3. What a nice job by Mike Sorotka. Something we have come to expect from the Sox southpaw, as that pitch just misses and the count goes to 3-1. If the Sox can get this thing done, it'll give Mike his 10th victory of the year. And I'm telling Wimpy, with no doubt about it, could have been just as easily 14.
Oh, yeah.
But they've got to get this job done first as Bush takes off in this academic.
Well, the Yankees are so explosive, you can't take anything for granted. Now you got Jeter up there.
No, that's what we were talking about last inning, that run out there. If you can get 5, if you can get to that 5-run lead and get away from that grand slam, boy, it just, for some reason, it's almost like a magic number in baseball, 4 versus 5. Of course, we're talking about late in a ball game. Jeter's 2 for 3 with an RBI. So home plate jumping around right here on Bobby Howry. Recruiter might be telling him, look, Bobby, just turn it loose. Don't aim it. Let us help you out. Sox have turned one double play this afternoon. That is number 111 on the season. So they can turn a pair.
Yeah, they just have to be given an opportunity to do it. Yeah, Howie's at the point right now, you know, where, heck, it is a little bit difficult to see up there. Throw a strike and see what happens. You don't have to be so pinpoint.
Count goes to 2-0, and here comes Nardi Contreras. Well, you just got to try to settle the youngster down and get him to get in some sort of a rhythm. Mentally. Certainly does not appear that Howery becomes very flustered out there. But it does not appear yet in the last two hitters that he is turning it loose either.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to aim it just a hair. Jeter in a good spot. Now we're going to have some scurrying around in the Sox pen, as there's a strike. Karshner for the second time starts to loosen up. Count goes full. Jeter taking all the way. Make a good pitch, big man. Yes. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Tim McClellan. He did. Good call by Tim McClellan at first. He could not lay off the 3-2 breaking ball. That's the last thing that Derek Jeter thought Howery was going to run up there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looked like he did go on this. I didn't think the first time I saw it. There's that hard slider. And Derek sitting on dead red. Uh-oh. Oh, that was huge right there.
Big. Because of this guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
O'Neill 0 for 3. But as he takes first pitch, fastball strike.
That next guy's not too shabby either.
Comes the course of the ball game. You got to make some good pitches. Misses that time.
Oh boy.
Strike on the outside corner. O'Neill did not particularly care for that call. Meanwhile, it's 0-2. 35-year-old veteran. Now four-seam him inside. Freezing.
That's what I'd like to see right here, the inside fastball. You know he's protecting away.
Breaking ball. He lays off of it. Now buzz him in with a four-seamer, Bobby. Or that hard slider. Howery can get in on O'Neill with that hard slider, but he's got to get it in there deep.
Yeah, you leave anything down and out over the plate to this guy, and you're asking for trouble.
You're looking for the rake.
Yes.
Got in on him right there. Jammed him, and he just flips it foul.
They tied him up pretty good.
That's what we're talking about. When you come in on a guy like this in a big situation in the ball game, the responsibility goes right to him, and he's got to manipulate and reroute the bat. You're going to have to reroute it.
Oh, yeah.
Get in there again. No, they're going to go away, and there's a ground ball to Hopper Ventura. Over to Durham, and Howery comes on and pitches out of it. So the Yankees threaten. They cannot score. We'll go to the 8th. 6-2 good guys. Bobby Howery got in a jam and pitched out of it. As the Yankees threatened, could not dent home plate as Robin Ventura will lead it off. Robin 2 for 3. A couple of big hits, a couple of runs scored. 6-9-1 for the Sox, 2-9-1 for the Pinstripes. Mike Buddy turns it over and grabs the strike. Pitch popped up. Scott Brosius. So one out here in the top of the 8th inning, and right now let's check out our Toyota game summary. You see the line score. Sox have stranded 4. Yankees have stranded 7. Sox sent 10 men to the plate in the 7th inning. Arabu 6+, giving up all 6 runs, and they were earned. Our Toyota game summary. So here's Norton. He's had a big afternoon. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, a run scored. Good fastball from the Demon Deacon. Yeah, they tell me that you got to have a 1400 on your SATs before they even look at you down there as an athlete at Wake Forest.
No kidding. Phew.
It's fouled away.
Well, that eliminates us.
Man, in a heartbeat. Well, it's like that question, you know, the most exclusive golf club in the country down in Florida. The first question on the application for entry for joining there is, are you now or have you ever been an employee? They get right to the quick in a hurry.
All righty.
Yeah,
so
1400. Huh?
So if you ever were, you're not in there?
You cannot get in.
Okay.
Are you now or have you ever been an employee? Two and two the count.
Yeah, that 1400 is not easy to get either. Whew.
Ball ripped hard and foul. Well, you've seen the campus there, haven't you?
No, I've never been on the campus. No.
It's magnificent. Just gorgeous. Duke, North Carolina, all those North Carolina clubs, really beautiful campuses. As most college campuses are.
Well, of course.
Here's the 2-2. So Norton in good shape with Ordonez on deck. Off the end of the bat, popped up into left center field. Bernie Williams is there. 2 gone. So here's Maggs. He's 1 for 2. 2 RBIs and a run scored. Maggs grounded to short. That was in the 3rd inning. Had a sacrifice fly and a good at bat in the 5th. Then in the 7th. Line shot, base hit, and knocking in a run. Takes that pitch low and away. A quick breaking ball right there from Mike Buddy. That evens the count at 1. Rockies beat the Cardinals 5-2 out at Coors Field. San Diego leading Houston 6-5. That's in the 8th inning in Southern California. Another one. Ordonez down. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, looks like it's just disappearing when it gets to home plate. Might be a bit tough to see the ball right now still, though.
Just got a piece of it. Red Sox have come back to tie up the Blue Jays at 3. That's in the 7th inning at Fenway. Sweet Lou's Mariners beat the Orioles 4-2. Junior did not go deep in that ball game. Eric Davis did, number 17. And he fights off another pretty good pitch from Buddy. Cincinnati leading the Giants 9-6. That's in the 8th out in what was formerly called Candlestick Park.
I'll always call it Candlestick.
Me too. Me too.
This is a miserable place to play.
He's gone. Another breaking pitch. So Buddy comes on, has himself a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Sox by 4. As you check out our WGN tail of the tape here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Bernie Williams will lead it off. He'll be followed by Tino Martinez and Jorge Posada to face Bobby Howry, 24-year-old hard-throwing right-hander. Just joining us, Bobby in relief of Mike Sorotka. Big gap in left center. There's a good strike on the inside corner. Bernie hitting in an even 350. Ooh. Pretty good pitch right there. And the count evens at 1. Ground ball. Stays down for Durham. Sucks it up. Over to Norton. Lead man gone.
And the Hawk and Wimpy golf outing returns to Seven Bridges Golf Course in Woodridge, Illinois on Thursday, August 13th. You can hit the links with us along with White Sox players, coaches, broadcasters, and other Chicago celebrities. Proceeds benefit Chicago White Sox charities. Space is limited, so call 312-674-5391 now to make your reservation and have a great time.
Great golf course.
Yep.
Great food. And we're going to raise a lot of money for charity as Tino stands in. Tino 2 for 3. Wimpy, you're going to have yourself a pretty good club this year.
Thank you. My members are.
Well, you're going to have Shelley and Mike Solo.
Yeah.
The Quesaroo.
All right. I'll take him.
Joe Heiduck's not going to be with you. Joe has other commitments. But the midgets are going to find somebody for you. And it's long and straight, you know.
Okay.
2-1 to count. Ted Farmer says he's going to have a strong club. He is important to some guys, you know.
He doesn't know anybody, does he?
I didn't think so, but evidently.
Ted Farmer.
There's a good strike. So the count evens at 2. Got a good face, doesn't he? Bobby?
Yeah.
Good face.
Going in there.
He does. Eats him up. Little pop-up. Caruso being called off by Albert. He's there.
Oh, Albert had a long way to go on that one. Nice play. Because you got to respect the power of Tino Martinez.
Jorge Posada.
So here's the switch hitting catcher, Jorge Posada. Jorge is single, hit into a 4-6-3 double play and has a sacrifice fly. Yeah, I'm going to take all the hackers, you know, Skip Ellison's and guys of that ilk this year.
Skip Ellison's going to play?
I hope not. I hope he has to pull out, you know.
He will. I'm sure WGN will be represented, well represented there.
1-1 to count. Curveball. I like it. Boy, since he started throwing the curveball, he has really been effective, only because, as we talked about earlier, whether he gets it over or not, it still gives the hitter a different speed to look at. Throws another factor into the equation. Good pitch. Good pitch. Didn't get it, and the count 3-1. No walks. Bobby. Oops. Second walk issued by Howard. Second walk issued by Sox pitching in this ball game. Yankees have only issued 1 walk. Way back when, Saratka and Arabu, well, they were dealing. Yankees led it 1-0 after 4. Sox with 2 in the 5th. Yankees tied it with 1 in the 6th. Sox with 4 big tallies in the top of the 7th. No home runs in the ball game as Chad Curtis stands in. Chad is grounded to third, grounded to short, and he's lined to center. That's out of play. Good fastball. Howie with that late moving fastball. So with the count 1-1, let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN, Chicago.
Along with the Whimperoo, the Duke Meister, Big Bob, Tom Paciorek, and Harrelson from Yankee Stadium. Now Norton playing behind Posada as that pitch misses, and the count runs to 2-1. Got one of your grinders, huh?
What's that?
Headache?
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Billy Seamus starting to loosen up. Ooh. Chases a bad one right there. Thank you very much. And the count evens at 2.
All right, Bobby. You talk about that 2-2 pitch. Yeah, you certainly don't want to go 3-2. And you don't want to get many base runners to turn that lineup around and get those big boppers up there.
Ooh. Good job by Curtis right there on a good pitch from Howard. One thing about it, the Yankees can run some lumber off that bench.
Oh, man.
Curveball hit by Caruso into center field. There was just a rolling curveball from Howery right there. So here come the Yankees. Scott Brosius, the hitter, with 2 out, 2 on.
Just kind of fought it off. They were playing him to pull a bit, but he hit in the right spot, just to the left of Mike Caruso. So they get to the 8th spot as Terrell lurking. We'll see him before this game's over with, I would imagine.
He hit a pair yesterday. Solo shot and game-winning 2-run homer. That coming in the 6th inning. Pretty good ball game yesterday. The thing I liked about that ball game, though, was even though we came up on the short end of the stick, Jerry Manuel starting to instill some confidence in some of these young pitchers, getting them out of there at the right times and giving guys a chance to enjoy some success. Breaking ball low. Brosius that double in the 5th. He struck out in the 2nd. Grounded to 3rd in the 7th. And here comes Jerry. He's going to go. I think it's a good move. That's what we were talking about. This has become a save situation. Howie's struggling a little bit with his control out there this afternoon for the first time in 6 outings. So Billy Seamus has been loosening up. He will be coming on and will be coming back.
Bobby Howry getting some words of wisdom from Nardi Contreras in the Sox dugout. 6-2 White Sox lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There are 2 outs. There is a 1-0 count on the hitter Scott Brosius, number 8 in the lineup for Joe Torre. And Billy Seamus, who has pitched extremely well this year, 4-3 at 2.25 ERA in 36 appearances, 8 saves, just 26 hits allowed in 44 innings. He has given up 14 walks, and he has 32 strikeouts recorded so far this season. So there's Brosius, who has become a very tough out by hitting that number 8 spot in the lineup, hitting right at 300 all season long. Homer Bush is on deck.
Well, he'll never get there. Nope. Darryl Strawberry. So Scott Brosius right now is the big man right now in this ball game for the Sox to retire.
Third baseman, Scott Brosius.
One of the things that Seamus has really been doing well, throwing first pitch strike, getting it and throwing it, even from the men on base situation, ducks on the pond, working very quickly. That one's up high. 6-9-1 for the Sox, 2-10-1 for the Yankees. Sox trying to pick up their 2nd victory in 7 meetings this year between these 2 clubs as that's fouled back. One and one the count. What a terrific pickup for the Yankees has been Scott Brosius.
Oh, man. Playing very good defense, but hitting .294 right now with 9 homers, 58 RBIs after hitting .203 last year.
That's into left field. Albert, he's there. Makes the catch. So Seamus comes on, gets the job done. We'll go to the 9th. Sox by 4. Top of the 9th inning. Good guys on top by 4 as Mike Cameron will lead it off. Mike 0 for 3, but he does have a big RBI and a good at bat. First ball hunting off Mike Buddy. Pops it up into short center field. Jeter goes back. Makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out. I love to watch that young man play shortstop.
Oh, yeah. He has a lot of fun while he's out there, and I'll tell you what, he's very competitive at the same time.
Great body language. He went back a long way for this one. He wasn't backpedaling all the way. He turned around and ran, then started backpedaling a little bit. So here's Kruger. He's 0 for 3. Went out to center, went out to left, and struck out. First pitch up high. Boy, it's fun watching these kids play with Alex Rodriguez, Nomar Garcia-Parra. That's off the end of the bat. It's broken. Jeter over to first. 2 gone. And you know, we're just talking about from the American League standpoint. How about the plays that we see Ray Ordonez make?
Oh, man. He's the magician at shortstop for the Mets. He is terrific.
Here's Ray Durham. Ray, a big single in the 7th, picking up his 40th RBI. Takes the ball. And this afternoon's telecast on WGN has been produced by Susan Evans for all the ladies out there, directed by Phil Moore, Skip Ellison. The associate producer is Joe Gruby. There's a ground ball, right side. Tina Martinez up with it, over to Buddy very quickly. A 1-2-3 inning, so we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. 6-2, good guy. Billy Seamus trying to nail it down for Mike Sorotka as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Homer Bush will lead it off. He is 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a run scored. Homer's hitting at .387. This is just his 4th start this year for the Bronx Bombers. First pitch strike from Seamus. The coordinating producer of White Sox baseball on WGN is Kim Fields, and the executive producer of WGN Sports is Bob Vorwall. That's out of play, and very quickly the count 0-2. So he's got a whole bag of options right here for Peru to get this first man out.
A big out. And of course, we might not see Strawberry now since the
threat was retired.
Yeah, that's since Brocious was retired last inning. Whoa.
He's gone and out, number 1. So Homer grabs some bench. 5th strikeout for Sox pitching this afternoon.
The designated hitter, Chuck Knobloch.
Slider starts it on the outside corner, breaks way outside, and Homer does not pick up that rotation, so he's gone 1 down.
The Chuckmeister. Slide to right, grounded to 3rd, walked twice, been picked off once. First pitch strike. Just sit right there and enjoy your afternoon right there, Darryl. You know,
that's good. Yeah, take a little snooze or something.
Remember 2 years ago when he got that stick against us here? Get foul, slicing foul, right size, wrong shape in this yard, and the count 0-2. It was amazing. I mean, it was like a men playing with children out there.
Yeah.
Titanic shots he was hitting.
Yeah, just bullets. They were ringing around those seats. He can get it out of here in a hurry. Yeah.
He's gone. He'll grab some bench, and that's out number 2.
Well, Knobloch right on top of the plate. That looked like it had the inside corner.
Wasn't too high. So we're talking about earlier. You get a guy, right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher that close to the plate, you got to throw it right underneath his hands. And that's where he threw it. Here's Derek Jeter. He's 2 for 4.
Jeter, you are too cute.
It is. Good fastball. Jammed him. He's a handsome young man. Him and A-Rod. And they're just great buddies.
Yeah,
that's out of play. So the Yankees down to their last bullet. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning as the Sox try to square up this series at a game apiece and this road trip at 2-2. Just off the plate. They can win this ball game. All of a sudden, you go into Toronto, you're facing Hintgen and Clemens. You come in here, you're facing Pettit and Arabu. They can win and be 2-2. That's not bad.
Not too shabby.
He's gone. Seamus rings up the side, and this ball game is over. Beautiful job by Billy Seamus as he